Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
PD Beats here from Popternative. Speaking of Hashim and Toheeb Jimoh about Ted Lasso, Season 2 is going to be dropping July 23rd on AppleTV+. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us.
It's an exciting time. I mean, Toheeb, this show was just so comforting right off the start. Was that what it was like for you when you read the script and got involved with this project? How comforting this show was?
Oh man, definitely. It was one of those scripts that you pick up and you read, and like immediately like the humor just starts to hit you. And so like I found it funny from the jump. Like the pilot was hilarious. Like I knew Jason and his work, so I knew that was going to be great. And then I watched the little, it came from like a NBC. Was it NBC? I can't remember. Like
it was NBC, yeah.
Yeah, it was an NBC like advert promo type thing with the Tottenham Hotspurs and so like I watched all of that and I was like, this is brilliant, this is great, and I love the character, and so yeah, like immediately it like the humor hit me and I knew it was going to be like a heartwarming show right off the bat.
And Mo, I mean, simple question for you. How does it feel to be part of the team, like part of Richmond? I mean, it's just crazy because, obviously a fictional team in the Premier League, but I mean, the fan base and the love that the team that doesn't really exist has received is just crazy. It's like they're a real team.
It's amazing to us. Richmond is real. Like
yes,
see, is real even to our day to day when we meet up and when we go out. It's Richmond till we die. It's Greyhounds, and that's our calling. So when we're trying to call each other, we're not gonna Greyhounds. Yep.
Yeah.
It's become our real life. So when we walk on set, we really do feel like we are representing Richmond FC. Do you know what I mean? And for the fans and everyone, it's so real, and it's become part of our lives now. Yeah.
Did Apple TV Plus give you guys some merch from time to time? Like, do you have any Richmond FC merch?
It's tough because like a lot of that stuff we're just reusing because we know we're gonna go back for season 2. We know we're gonna go back for season 3. So you see, after like it's just gonna get to a point. I think when we go back for season 3, I'm taking everything, man. I'm leaving with a goodie bag filled with stuff. Like,
oh, for sure.
I feel like I've heard it's 50-50. Like some of my friends on shows were able to take stuff, and then some of my friends on fast sets were not able to take stuff. Like it's split down the middle, so you'll have to wait and see, I guess, Mo.
Yeah. To be fair, it's pretty hard because the crew, everyone is just very on job. So with costume, as soon as you take off, they're ready to go get it done to your day. So it's literally on, off, and then you don't see it again. Your room is just full of your stuff now. Yeah.
And usually on the last days and stuff, there's so much going on. There's emotions everywhere. Like you're not really thinking about stealing your costume.
Yeah, it's true. Toheeb, I mean, Sam, we saw glimpses of it that he is a very important part of Richmond. A lot of the fans love him. He's developing into one of the best players on the team, but just a good guy all around. We want to get to know him a little bit more, and I think we're going to be able to get to know Sam a little bit more, Obasena, this year in season 2.
Yeah, I think so. Definitely. Like Sam definitely gets the opportunity to grow. Like he starts to come into his own a little bit more. Like he definitely like starts to grow into like a more of a established young man, and like that's what Ted wants from him, and that's what Ted wants from all of these boys. Is like he wants them to be able to stand on their own 2 feet as players, as football people, as men.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll get to see that over the course of season 2 a lot more.
And Mo, Richmond has been relegated. Man City and JV Tart.
Don't remind us.
Yeah, I know. So it's kind of back to the drawing board right now. We see in the trailers that release, a lot of the draws and everything. It's a tough thing too, right? Because people that watch sports, the team that just got relegated down are going to be like the stronger team. But it's a whole different world for Richmond right now. We're going to see.
Oh, for sure. It's a whole different world for Richmond, especially mentally, knowing that you're such a big club now. You've been relegated to a lower division, and now you have to work maybe twice as hard as you did before just to be back to where you was before. So mentally it can be very, very difficult. And of course, you mentioned like in the trailer, it shows that we didn't have the best of starts to the season. And sometimes that's basically your season done, depending on how you start and everything. So mentally, physically, and especially just in general with football, once you get relegated, you kind of become the target for all the rest because you are you were where they want to be. So you're kind of the target. So you just become food for everyone. So they're just going through that, then it's going through the mental stuff, then it's going through just Sam's normal life, with what he's got going on, which everyone will see. But yeah, it's difficult, but it just makes that journey as people say, there's always beauty in the struggle. So we're absolutely struggling in that moment. It just makes that end so much more amazing and beautiful for us to experience.
Now, Toheeb, do you want to double check? Because I know Mo and Crystal, based on their Instagram posts, to talk to you. Mo, you played football growing up.
Yeah.
Did you play football growing up, Toheeb?
I did. I played football as much as anyone did in school. Football was like my primary sport. I feel a bit weird saying this with Mo in the interview.
No.
Listen, man, there's certain levels of football. There's certain levels of football. Mo, and then there's all of us.
Pete, I'll tell you this though. From season 1 and season 2, it's as if everyone's come as a new player.
Yeah.
Season 1, we were struggling, getting the shots. Some shots were taken. We'll do one scene and it could possibly take the whole day. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I was about to say, it feels like we're actually talking about a team going to compete. We're talking about
even the competitive nature of everyone when everyone came back was just there and everyone's just pumped preseason. Yeah, let's go, let's do this. So it was beautiful. It was so good to see. But yeah, everyone's developed. So I mean, we're around the football nearly the whole day. So
yeah, I know.
We're only gonna.
Would you say that's like your favorite part about? I mean, there's so many things. Like, I mean, this show is about a football team, but it's about way more than that. It's so much more. But is that safe to say? Like, that's one thing that you guys enjoy working on the show is like the football component, the sports component of it.
Do you want to go, Ted?
No, for it.
To be, I would say that is of course, that's a major part. Love that part, but it's also the group of people that make it so much better. The group, I mean, you can have a football all day long, but if you're not around the right group of people, it's not what you're doing. It's just the fact that the group of people, and we're so supportive of each other, we're so positive, we're just, it's just constant laughter, fun, encouragement. That is, for me, that's the best part. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Is that safe to say, Toheeb? It looks like a great group of guys. You all hang out, which is awesome.
Yeah, we hang out. Like we do. Like it's very rare to do a show, and I think especially because of the nature of this show, we spend so much time with each other. So like we do develop such strong bonds. And so for me, like the favorite bit is whenever we have group scenes. Because, like any scene where we've got all of the players and we've got all the coaches, we've got Nate as well. And then like Hannah who plays Rebecca comes down and Juno's there who plays Keely. Like when we have those scenes, like those are the best days because everyone's just riffing off each other. Like as soon as the cameras are down, like everybody's like talking and hanging out. And it just feels like it's just a vibe, like, so those are my favorite bits when we've got everyone together.
It's exciting how the show also balances, like you said, Rebecca, Higgins, and Keely, like the team personnel, and then the team. Like I love, like there's a lot of scenes, if you think about it, in the dressing room, like in the locker room. That's like a big, and that's important too, right? Because we get to see everyone like that. Have you guys both noticed that, Mo? Like, did you notice that there's a lot? Like you were probably shooting a lot in the dressing room areas.
To be fair, whenever we do have a locker room, we love it. Well, sometimes we're like, oh, so when's our next locker room scene? 2 weeks time. Okay. We love the locker room scenes, and again, it's as Toheeb said, is kind of the place where everyone kind of comes together. So even for example, for like my character, I don't get to see Rebecca that often, so would see her in the locker room. I don't get to see Jeremy that often. I see him in the locker room. I don't see Keely that often. I see them in the locker room. So that locker room is like it's just a place for all of us to just come, meet, congregate, speak, laugh. So it's a special place, very special place.
Absolutely. Toheeb, the show is just amazing and the fan base is global. There are people from all over the world that love Ted Lasso. It's just like, it's more of a statement. Like, how cool is that? Just to have like so many countries like watching and loving the show. Like, it's amazing, man.
Oh man, it's great. It's great, man. Like people, especially on social media, like people have hit me up from the States, from Canada. People have hit me up from Nigeria. Like it's such a global show, and I've never been a part of anything that's like had this much reach, and so to be a part of it, it's great. Like I'm loving it, man. Like it's, and because also like our team is so diverse. there's we've got people from everywhere, and so like I love the fact that that's reflected in the people who are watching the show as well. Like it's not as much as it's about America and British football, it's also just about people and it's about stuff and it's like that.
Well, it's funny too because it's because a lot of the actors are from the UK in the show, but it's like so many people from all over the world. It's like content's becoming global. Like I'm from Canada. I'm actually from Montreal, where Mo's from.
Nice.
Yeah, that's where I was born and raised. I live in Ottawa now.
You know where Mo's from?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But my show is global. Like when I interview people from all these shows, it's like global. It's crazy that I'm doing this in Canada and on YouTube. People from like over 40 countries are able to watch like my Ted Lasso interviews. Like it's awesome. You know what I mean?
Really, really, really dope, man. It's
really cool. So it's gonna Mo, we're gonna be able to see season 2 July 23rd, first episode. It's gonna be exciting because your character Bumblecatch, we're actually gonna see more of your character because you were just an extra stand-in for season 1, and you're gonna be incorporated more. That's pretty cool. Can you tell us a little bit about that? That's pretty awesome, man.
It's amazing. It's totally, to be fair, not other than obviously having the lines and being on the camera more, not much has changed because we're still the same togetherness, the same support, all of that has been there. One thing that I have been thankful for is I've been able to get closer to the likes of Toheeb and Phil and Collar because of the whole line situation. So they'll help me out. I'll go into their room in the morning. Okay, how do we go from here? Okay, but just being on set and just knowing how big the show is and knowing how so many actors would have loved to be in my position at that moment. Just trying to be fair, I'm just trying to be present. Yeah, it's just because you can get overwhelmed. Trust me, I just try to be present. I take every day as it goes, and but it's amazing opportunity. And one thing I always said, as good as it looks on TV, it's even better on set. Just in regard to energy and the feelings, even better.
Amazing. And I love that we're just back to another season and we're just gonna get to know the players on Richmond more. Like I just love that aspect of it. Toheeb, there are 2 songs in Ted Lasso. You know this. Okay. Actually, you were gonna say something. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add right on the end of what Mo said. He's being really humble about it. But like the reason he's stepping up from do you know what I mean, from a supporting artist into main cast is because he's brilliant. Like and that's all Jason. Like Jason saw him, recognized his talent, rightfully so, and plucked him out and went, you know what, like you deserve to be here and you deserve to do this. And he's great. You're gonna see that in this season. Like he's taking it like a champ. He's born to do this, and so I'm glad.
Mo, I'm really happy for you, man. Seriously.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate it, man. Honestly.
Okay, back to the songs. There's 2 songs in Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
All right. There's the Danny Rojas song and there's the Jamie Tart song. Which song is better?
Oh, don't do this to me, man. Don't do this to me.
The Jamie Tart song
is catchy as hell. I was
forced to sing. I interviewed Phil for the junket. I was forced to sing it to him because I brought it up, and he's like, "Jamie's a complex guy. You know, he has a goal song. You didn't sing it, so I don't know why I sang it." But
I'm not gonna lie. The Danny Rojas song is probably my favorite thing.
Well, there's that. I know why you're saying that too. There's that video on the internet.
Yes.
At the listener.
Yes, sir. I was about to say, I was like, yo, you did that whole interview, it went viral.
I've never. The funny thing is when you say like he has his own song and you start doing it, everybody there's a combination of like half of you are just laughing, and then half of you are like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Ridiculous. That day was so funny. We just watched the Leicester Chelsea match, FA Cup final. We were buzzing. We were on a massive high, and we see this camera, and as actors, we're just kind of like, it's our moment to perform. Like, you know what I mean? But the thing is, what's also funny about that is, as soon as we started pretending Danny Rojas actually existed, everybody just jumped on and were like, you know what? Let's go with this.
He's a great footballer. He's great. You were like, really? You were his hype man.
We were like, what? You don't know who he is? You've never heard of Danny Rojas? Hilarious.
Like you came all the way from Guadalajara. Yeah,
Guadalajara.
And you obviously can tell, like he was doing the interview of you, like he would have recognized, like if you watched Ted Lasso, which is very possible, he would have recognized.
Yeah,
like,
it was hilarious that he just had, maybe he hadn't seen it and So he just didn't know who we were.
Yeah,
So we were like, all right, cool.
He even tweeted it after. He said he had no idea that these
Yeah,
guys they just won a Golden Globe.
We did a follow-up interview with Chris Scudder. We did a follow-up interview with him after, and it was hilarious. I think he's gonna put that out sometime soon. But yeah, he's great. Big shout out to Chris.
Toheeb, like Bubba Catch, we're going to see a little bit more. We might see some new faces in season 2. Without kind of going into spoilers or anything, what can you tell us about what we're going to expect from Richmond after being kind of relegated and, you know, having this new journey ahead of them?
So we're gonna see some new faces in the cast. That goes for, you know, the entire thing, not just the team. And I think, you know, when you get relegated, like everybody, like there's going to be some new problems that come with dealing with the lower divisions. And so like we're going to really delve into like a lot of like the main players, and like we're going to really help them like overcome some problems that they're going to face in this new division. That's just like in life and also professionally. And so yeah, like I think every one of us really like gets a moment where like we get to wrestle with some stuff, we get to deal with some stuff, we get to overcome some stuff. And yeah, like it'll be interesting to watch.
Mo, has it hit you that like the 23rd is pretty close? Like it's coming out pretty soon.
Not really, no. we're only 14 days away, you know. But no, it's just now that obviously we're seeing more promotion, and I'm just like, when I'm a big YouTuber, I just watch YouTube and get the promotional ads, Ted Lasso. I'm just like,
oh, they're everywhere.
I'm in this.
There's a man. There's like an Apple TV Plus ad that's airing like all the time, which shows like a bunch of their shows and movies. And like Ted Lasso's one of it. It airs like every day, like every day.
I'll tell you when it hit me, and I think maybe Toheeb can share this with me as well. But there's a known area called Shoreditch in London, and it's a very nice area that a lot of creatives, actors, and everyone kind of passes through that place. It's a very nice place to go to. And I live like 10 minutes away from there. And Toheeb, you were the first one, right? Yeah.
Yeah. A friend. Yeah. One out of us lot. Yeah, I was the first one.
Yeah, he was the first one. And I mean, you can say what it is. You could probably be able to.
There's a big, like outside Shoreditch, there's a place called Box Park, and right opposite it, like next on Shoreditch House, there's a big like Believe mural that went up a few months ago. I think it's actually come down now, which is heartbreaking.
Yeah, Charlie Hiscock, who plays Will, went to go see it, but they took it down. Yeah.
But a couple of us before it went down, like managed to take pictures with it, and like when I saw that, it's like it was huge, and it was in London, and it was in Shoreditch. I was like, whoa, that's us, like that's our Believe sign, that's our show. And so yeah, like people have just started taking pictures with it. People have sent us like loads of pictures that they've taken with it. It's brilliant. So like like I think for me and Mo, like it's a moment where we went, whoa, like we're doing something, and it's about to come back, and season 2's on its way. You know?
Amazing. Gentlemen, I wanted to thank you both for your time. Thank you so much for coming on the show to talk about season 2 of Ted Lasso. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, thank you so much, man. Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, it's true. You're a two-timer, so then like you might be one of the quickest like 3-timers, and then I have to get you a mug or something. I don't know.
Like, we just do this like once a week, just like check in, talk about Ted Lasso.
Can you plug away quickly where people can follow you on social media, keep up to date, Mo?
Yeah. So my it's a bit funny, but it's Mo Hash.
Yep.
No, actually, it's molife.mohash. So moelife.moehash.
Toheeb, what about you?
I'm on Insta. Toheeb.j. Also, funny story. The reason Mo's Insta is Mo Life Mo Hash is because Mo Hash has been taken in every single form. Like Mo's trying to like get his name on Instagram. I'm like, every single form of Mo Hash.
But not even like Mo Hash, like __.
We've tried everything.
We're doing this in the locker room set. Like we're just
in between takes
about to film. Just like
trying to find a way for him to get his name back on Instagram. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm on Instagram Toheeb.j and on Twitter Toheeb.j as well.
But I did want to also say times have been very tough. A lot of people have been using TV specifically to get through these tough times. You guys have one of the best shows for that. So I wanted to tell you both thank you very much for Ted Lasso. To you, the cast and crew. Really, really, really love the show.
Thank you very much. I'll spread that with the rest of the team and everybody who makes it.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. Until next time, this is Mo, Toheeb, and PD Beats signing off.
Let's
Enjoy
go.
season 2 of Ted Lasso.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.